So let me give you a gift. And I don't know where this came from, and I think it has something to do with that slide that I had up there a little while ago about focus. Because that's all I'm really saying. The more you focus, the more you're successful. But carry this one with you. It'll come back to you at some time. You'll be here too. I will be here too. After this presentation ends and I answer a few questions and you're thinking, right? And you're skeptical and you're wanting to know more about how in the world could somebody get up here and talk about investments the way he did. You'll say, I need to think this through. And maybe, like me, you like to go for a walk when you think. And so you walk outside. And you've got to cross the street. Can you picture it? You rational people, bear with me. Right? You imagine strengthful people, those of you who are artists at heart, you got it already. You're already there. Hold on to that image. The more you put into visualizing yourself there, the more effective this is. You're there on the corner. You're about to cross the street. What do? You look both ways, right? You assess the risk, right? In financial terms, you take a risk questionnaire. Of course not, right? You've passed kindergarten. You look both ways. So here you are. You're at the corner. You look both ways. If it helps, imagine a really dangerous street corner. Imagine, in fact, you're not in Philadelphia anymore. Imagine you've been transported back to your neighborhood and the most dangerous intersection where you live, and you've got to walk across it. Many lanes of traffic. Very intimidating. Traffic comes to a stop. The light changes. You can see the signal across the street where you need to go. You take a deep breath and you step off the curb. Now, you thought you were alone. You thought you were alone on this journey. You really just want to be alone, in fact. You're full of thoughts and feelings and, so much to worry about and so many great ideas you want to take care of. But you're not, because just as you step off that curb, a little nudge at your shoulder, and so you're shocked, and you look down, and you see an elderly person. An elderly person beside you. Now, you were worried about how you're going to get across that street. How in the world is she going to get across that street? Do you have a little second thought right now? In fact, you know in your heart of hearts that she's not going to make it across the street without your help. So what do? You help her. You help her. You don't even really think twice. Right? You're Mdrt. Of course you help. So you stick out your arm and you look down and she doesn't say a word. But she looks up and she smiles. And you feel good. And she grabs onto your elbow. And you set off at your regular pace. And 2 steps into it, you've already left her behind. Oh, no. Can you picture it? Go there with me. It's worth it. What do now? You stick out your arm. And you go at her pace, not yours. So you shuffle. And you shuffle. And you shuffle. 1 lane of traffic. You're still shuffling. Picture it. 2nd lane of traffic. What happens? The light changes. The cars start to move forward. You're stuck in the most dangerous intersection in your neighborhood, the one that you never wanted to be caught on foot on, with a complete stranger. What do? What do now? Throw her over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes? Run? Leave her behind? I think the last thing you do is leave her behind, right? Why is that? Why is it that you're stuck in the middle of the most dangerous intersection with a complete stranger whose life is completely dependent upon you? And why do you stick with her? The answer to that is profound. It's beyond my comprehension. The answer to that has something to do with why, no matter what the world's economies will throw our way, regardless of whatever terrorist attack may ever come, we will make it through. Because when the going really gets tough, we really do stick together. So here you are. You're out on the street. You're stuck. You probably do something like this. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You do what the great Denver quarterback would do, a Heisman stance, and say, "Stop traffic," right? Stop. And then you look down. And this is the epiphany. This is the moment. We will all have it at some point in our lives. She looks up at you. You've never seen her before. Her body is slower and weaker and smaller. Yet, when your eyes meet each other, you see your own eyes looking back 30 years from now. Because the person you're becoming is with you today. And she's completely dependent upon the decisions you're making today. And every decision we defer compounds the pain we will feel when we have to make it. Find your guide. Make them know you in that whole person balance sheet. Hold them accountable. And travel safely. It's our blessings to be guides like that. It's our blessings to not give up on the client at the most dangerous point in their lives, when they've really lost who they are in so many countless ways. We're victims of identity theft in the middle of the most dangerous intersection in the history of our lives. And yet we've got a guide to get us to the other side. It's been my blessing to speak to you this afternoon. I look forward to the opportunity to meet you someday in person. In the meantime, walk with caution, walk with care, walk with little love in your hearts. God bless.